we finally have the god himself, Gogeta, from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, this figure just recently released in many, or re-released in many other retail stores, especially like big bad toy stores. So if you want to get yours, I would say get it fast, because it actually might sell out. Who knows? Gogeta. It's Gogeta. Who doesn't want Gogeta? But aside from that, he is finally here for us to do a review on him. Now, he is the regular box size as any SH Figuarts, for example, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku as well. So, let me get him out and let's see what we have for him. Now that we have him out of the box, we can actually properly measure him. So he is around 6.5 inches, and that's the regular size of any regular SH Figuarts from the Dragon Ball series. So let's actually take a closer look at Gogeta to see the amount of detail that he has. Actually, before that, let me do a size comparison to a previous figure that I have mentioned prior to this during the video, and that is the same Goku from the same exact movie. From my own perspective, they are around the same size. They don't seem too different, especially with the molds. Actually, the molds are definitely different due to the pants and the vest and the chest, the biceps, the triceps, all of it pretty much. Even the face sculpts seem different, so let's actually just get closer to Gogeta now. Now, looking at Gogeta, he does have that metallic color look from his hair, like Goku in the video that I made previously, which will be linked either at the end card or in the description down below. So, one issue that I already see with this Gogeta, in my own opinion, is how shiny he is. As you can see, he is very shiny in the chest area. I don't know if it's because of the plastic that they used, but he also has a different skin tone than the actual Goku. I don't know if it's too visible from the camera. As you can see, Gogeta is a little bit more tan than usual, and Goku is a little lighter than anything else, really. So hopefully that's actually translates well to the picture. But let's focus more on the main man himself, Gogeta. As you can see, he does have the vest, which is something that I think he is the first one, aside from Gotenks, that has the vest and has an articulated vest that connects to both of his shoulder joints, which honestly, it's pretty interesting on how they approach this. I feel like they did want to have enough movement with this figure, so like the shoulder pads were not obstructing anything. So honestly, I like it. So, in accuracy sakes, he looks really good. That's all I really have to say. He looks very accurate. But let's just take a look into the joints of the figure. Now, the neck is your typical Dragon Ball neck, as you can see. He bends forward very little, but that's mostly due to the mold as well. So it's the same as Goku, I'm pretty sure. I just have him off at the side to have a little reference. Now, the torso, that is something that is different from what I see. He can really bend back more than any other SH Figuarts from the looks of it. And forward, he also bends a lot. I don't know if it's because he has no clothing constricting him from actually flexing, but it most likely is the case for that. It might be something similar to the Figuarts standard figures that you have to build yourself. For example, I have a base form Goku of that series, and he bends forward and backwards a lot, and he has the same issue of the whole gap in between the body. So just try to pose him where the gap is not showing for the majority, for the most part, you know. Now the arms, we just have to take a look at one arm. It seems that, of course, he has the shoulder pad on the shoulder, of course, but the actual arm itself, the detail is, again, from comparison, it's actually much different than Goku's. As you can see, it is more defined, and it has more paint, I think more detailed painting. And I think that's mostly due to his darker skin tone that was shown in the movie as well. Now he also has the wristbands, as any other typical Metamorian fusion is. But as you can see, he has a little bit over 90-degree angled bending for the arms, for both of them actually. And as you just saw, the shoulder pads are very flimsy. Okay, let me retract that. I wouldn't say flimsy. I would say they made it so it's very simple to move. Which again, as mentioned prior, is very good. Because that actually makes it so you can pose the character differently. For example, if we had the shoulder pad just static, connected to the actual, for example, to this part right here, then we wouldn't be able to actually move the arm. Now the only downside is that the actual shoulder pad just goes upside down. But aside from that, I don't really see much issue with it. It's pretty good, and also it has the, I think it's a little better. No, it's actually the same plastic. It's a little more flimsy plastic for the belt, but again, not that big of an issue because it's a static belt, but it's flimsy, so you can like pose it around sometimes. Now, the bottom. I think this is a whole different sculpt of pants that they've used, because it's not the same as Goku, and it's not the same as Vegeta, of course, because the Metamorian fusion has a different set, its own clothing. It also has the little, I don't know what they're called. I know they're shoes, but would they be called or referenced as boots? But the ankle warmers, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are, okay? They have a lot of detail. Let me actually get it close enough to where it's pretty good. Okay, they have a lot of detail. I will say, it's really, this figure is very well done. And the amount of shading that goes to the figure as well is very good. Now, for the legs, that's as much as I can actually get it for the splits. He doesn't do his splits very well. So I don't know if it's mostly because I literally just took it out of the box. But yeah, just be careful with that. Don't put too much pressure on the joints, or else you might end up breaking it. Now, the legs on the flexibility. He can do a pretty good air kick, and his leg goes around like a little bit. It goes over like close to 120 degrees, I would say, in flexibility. And I would guess that's for the same of the other leg. Yeah, of course. And also the toes. Every other figure has it, and he needed to have it as well. Because why not? Now that we're done with that, let's actually take a look into the accessories that this Gogeta comes with. Now, when it comes to the accessories, this Gogeta has the basic amount of accessories that any other SH Figuarts would have. But he does come with a whole separate head with the base form included, as he's smirking, as you can see on the screen right now. The only downside is that there's no faceplates for this separate face. I would honestly have liked it if they had one faceplate that was black hair, and then the other, you know, blue hair. But honestly, not that big of a deal. But let's actually take a look into the other faceplates. This one is a shouting faceplate, as obvious as it is. Again, the amount of detail is immaculate. Let me actually get that. There you go. It has a little bit of issues with the paint job for mine, at least. But again, not that big of a deal. The strands of hair do look different from the looks of it. I think it's mostly because he's powering up and everything. But as you can see, he has a lot of detail. Even the mouth is like actually going inward, which you don't usually see in many figures, especially figures with this size. And also the detail on the ears where it's actually shaded, that's actually amazing. Because again, not many figures do it. But it does seem that the Dragon Ball Super Broly figures do have that. Now, the little bang is different, of course. He only has one bang compared to other figures. But that actually just lets us look at his face a lot more than usual. This is the smirking Super Saiyan Blue face. Which again, same deal. Good, really good amount of detail. The ears, the face, the little stripes over here next to the eyebrows. That's really good. Smirking faces are always great. Now, when it comes to the hands, he has 3 pairs of hands that are separate from his regular base fist hands. Now he has 2. Let me actually just point at them. He has 2 stance hands, where he's doing the fighting stance. He has 2 grasping hands, and he has 2 ki blast hands. Now that is not a lot of hands, but that is the basic amount of hands you'd get from an SH Figuarts, especially one of this size. But yeah, he has pretty good amount of accessories. I kind of wish they gave him a Kamehameha, just like Gogeta, because that's like his main attack, or at least some key orbs where he can actually hold it. But hey, this figure is now like probably closing in on 4 years old, I think. So I really can't complain. So yeah, let me get into the final thoughts, and let me give some posts to this figure so we can actually see him in action. Now, I actually wanted to show Gogeta off with the base form head. Don't mind him, he's just wobbling around. But he actually looks very well, very good. And I did manage to spread the leg joints a little further apart. So I was only able to do that when getting the seated position. I couldn't do it when he was standing. So just a side note for that. But overall, I wanted to recreate the Vegeta fighting pose that he did in the Broly movie. I don't know if I did a really good I don't know if I did a good job with that, so let me know. But yeah, overall, this figure is very good, very well detailed. It is quite lacking on the accessories, in my opinion, for the price that you have to pay for this figure. But I guess the base form head kind of does it for it all, I guess, but who knows. Overall, I give this figure an 8.5 out of 10. Again, the accessories are quite lacking in my opinion. Again, just my own opinion. I think that he should have had much more, but hey, they could always redo this figure with a Super Saiyan head into blue. So, and they could give him different aspects of the movie, kind of like the Stardust Fall, or even the Mega Kamehameha that he does with the intent of killing Broly. So there's that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, stick around for more, subscribe. I really enjoy making these videos, and I do apologize that this video is quite late. This was supposed to come out on Saturday, but he wasn't here, so I had to move it up to this Tuesday where you are watching this. But I appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end, and I will see you guys in the next video this Saturday. I will promise another video for this Saturday, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.